And now it's time for Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk hookup. For the next 2 hours, join Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Maxa, and this week's special expert guest for fishing information, new techniques to catch more fish, and the most current scoop on what's happening in the water. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Yamaha Outboards, official motor sponsor of Let's Talk Hookup. Royal Polaris, the world's finest long-range sports fisher. By Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup, and Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. Get ready for the fastest 2 hours on radio with the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray and Rock Cod Rick Maxa.
Good morning, anglers, and welcome to Let's Talk Hookup. Pete Gray with Rock Cod Rick Maxa, and we're in the mighty 1090 studios with Captain Tim Ekstrom from the Royal Star. We're going to be talking fishing, big fish fishing, and a lot more. You stay tuned. Southern California's Sport Fishing Voices. Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090. Who's going to be more successful? The guy with a state-of-the-art fish finder and the latest sonar technology? Or the guy who wastes time looking for fish the old-fashioned way? Smart fishermen know how to embrace technology. And no one understands technology better than your San Diego County Ford dealer. The new F-150 is the only truck available with Pro Trailer Backup Assist. The most advanced, most efficient way to back a trailer ever. It's just one of many high-tech features you won't find on any other truck. Ford is also the only brand available with EcoBoost, a twin turbocharged engine that offers impressive fuel economy without sacrificing power. In other words, Ford trucks just flat out work smarter. So whether you're on the road or on the water, don't let technology pass you by. Come in now and get a clearance price on a new high-tech 2017 F-Series pickup. Visit your nearest San Diego County Ford dealer today. Ford, that's California smart. Learn more at buyfordnow.com.
Let's talk candidly about long-range fishing. This is Captain Frank Lepreski of the Royal Polaris and the Shogun. Nowhere on earth will you find a fleet of long-range boats like we have in San Diego. We are fortunate to have several top-notch operations to take you to the most productive fishing grounds in the world. We all offer good food, comfortable staterooms, huge bait capacity, and top-of-the-line fish-finding electronics. So why would you choose the Royal Polaris or the Shogun for your next long-range trip? What sets us apart from the rest? It's pretty simple. The boats, the crew, and the service. From the moment you arrive at Fisherman's Landing, the service begins. We help you load your gear and do everything possible to get beginners or seasoned veterans ready to catch fish. When it's time to fish, the Royal Polaris and the Shogun have the edge there too, delivering the two best fishing platforms in the fleet. But don't take my word for it. Come fishing with us. If you want the best, it's Royal Polaris and the Shogun. For more information, call 619-226-8030 or on the web at royalpolarissportfishing.com or shogunsportfishing.com.
Bluefin tuna are here, and now is the time to take advantage of this amazing bite. The hot jig last year and this season is the Shimano Butterfly Flat Fall Jig. It's a totally new concept of butterfly jigging, but deadly effective. Best part, it's very simple to fish, the Shimano Flat Fall. Drop the jig down to where the fish are holding, then crank it up 30 feet and then free spool. Or cast the jig and let it fall while in free spool. Wait for the bite, then put it in gear and wind. It's that easy. The Shimano Flat Fall is a center balanced jig and falls with a wobbling action in a horizontal position, making it irresistible to big bluefin tuna. Hundreds of big fish have been caught on the Flat Fall, ranging in size from the 130 gram to the 250 gram. They're back in stock now at your local Shimano dealer. So get yours now and go catch a fish of a lifetime on the Shimano Butterfly Flat Fall Jig. See your local dealer or check Shimano.com for all the details.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090. What a great show, and what perfect timing. So much to talk about today with the dude sitting next to us.
Yeah, Captain Tim Ekstrom. A lot to talk about. Good morning.
I can hardly even keep up right now.
Yeah, for real.
Just scratch the surface. I mean, just the fact that the boat's out on a day-and-a-half trip right now, at this time of year. And we were going to do one last weekend and take advantage of that bluefin. Mother Nature kicked us right in the teeth, all of us.
Yeah, another plan.
Talking about getting shut down.
Yeah.
But the guys are out there today, we left last night, 7 o'clock, and there's a pretty good fleet of guys out there looking around. So let's keep
Wait a minute, is it end of January?
Right.
Is that right?
I know it. It's just... It's a
and they're
little
looking
bit,
for bluefin tuna and yellowtail.
A little bit out of place for this time of year. But, we've come to find in fishing, the one constant is that there's no such thing as a constant. So, you got to adapt and make it up.
Yeah.
Take advantage of whatever opportunities are out there. I know that bluefin is still, I mean, we all do. The guys, Tom Green, the airplane, flew 2 days ago, and he saw more sign of it way down the line. And I know Brian.
Lot of it.
Yeah, and I know Brian coming up saw it also. I personally don't think that's the same fish. I think that's just other fish that's down there.
Further down.
I mean, there's been so much bluefin around. My goodness.
Gerby was in. Oh, sorry, no, please.
No, well, I just think that we're going to see bluefin from now all the way through. I think that on any given day, conditions are right. You're going to go out west. You're going to go south. You're going to go north, and you're going to see bluefin. There's just so much of it around.
Captain Brian Sims was in the store yesterday sharing with us, in the Tackle Star, that your exact same sentiments, and just saying that, yes, the plane saw this fish, way down here where they saw it, but he said that same exact water exists so much closer to home. He said that the water that fish was in is not just a little teeny bubble down there somewhere. He said that there's, tons and tons of it much closer to home as well. It doesn't mean that there's fish in it or not, but the right condition is there.
Right. And the other thing that we've seen, we seem to get, excuse me, as fishermen will get that one-dimensional, we see the fish in this water, and then you go out looking for that water. You look on Terrafin, you look for that one bubble of water, and for you get your mindset that that's where it's got to be, and then the water goes away, and sad face, it's over, it's done. But those fish, so many times they move right through that water. They'll show up. You've seen it. I mean, how many times do you find fish where you don't expect to see them? And,
and here they are.
Exactly.
They move. They have tails. They move.
Well,
we learn so many times too, working, or in particular working around the purse seine fleet when we're fishing those bluefin. We'll get locked into this one little strip water, whatever, and then you see some guy out there in the water where there's nothing at. They're letting it go out there.
Yeah. You're like, wait a minute, there's fish out there too.
Yeah, scratching your head. They're not supposed to be there. Well, guess what? They are.
The classic is we got to get to this zone. This is where it's going to be, and then halfway there, wait a minute, you run it over, you bump into it, whatever scenario is. It shouldn't be here, but
I'll tell you,
nobody told them that.
You just, it just like I can remember like it was yesterday. It was when I was like 19 years old. We're driving out on a local trip, and it's like 3:00 in the morning, and I see all these fish on the fathom meter, but where we were going was 40 miles farther.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't stop there, right? You know what happened. We get out, keep going down the line, 8:00 in the morning or 9, get to where we're at, nothing, just tumbleweeds. and then the reports start coming in from the guy.
Get a call from your boys 40 miles closer to home.
40 miles, right where I saw him, just like, I cannot believe it.
Never leave fish to find fish. Is that the old adage?
You get into that mindset again.
For sure. You got to go to the zone.
Got to go to where they're at.
Yeah, that's it. Well, Royal Star out on a day and a half right now, and it's supposed to be 75 degrees today, 80 degrees tomorrow, flat, calm.
Doesn't that
get
sound
any
good?
better than that.
Yeah, right.
And if they make it back out next weekend, the fleet does, that'll be 12 months of bluefin, right?
Love it.
If they catch them.
Absolutely love it.
We had legitimate, good local bluefin, or local meaning within, day and a half range in March last year. I mean, if we catch them in February, that's 12 months of consecutive bluefin.
It's going to keep happening. I mean, there's going to be up and down, but the fish isn't going anywhere. It's
Why?
obviously locked in. Well, it's just here. And if you look at the historic pattern, those fish, those waves come over from the Western Pacific and they camp out on this coast for 3, 4, 5 years. We've seen it. Look at those big giant ones. It's just the same fish. It's running north and south along the coast, and for whatever reason, it's really locked in these last few years between that Southern California bite and as far down maybe as Bonitas, but it's been more focused right out here west of San Diego. That seems to be where it wants to camp out. Obviously, the groceries are good here and the water's good. Whatever they like it. So I like the fact right now that we're still seeing the different size classes. It's like you fish a bait, you get a 20-pounder, you fish a bait, you get a 50-pounder, you get a 150-pounder. It's all mixed up, suggesting that, again, it's not going anywhere. It's camped out. And then you throw on top of that, more fish are going to come over because every year, you get every I don't want to say every year, but most years, you have another surge, another wave of that bluefin coming across. You throw that into the mix, it just adds to the pile. I mean,
they just don't want to leave here. It's too nice.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
They know good thing.
And in the end, with this whole the whole two fish per day limit, 6 fish bag total, I mean, it's ended up working out great.
No kidding.
I mean, it's if you get a 20-pounder, let them go, whatever. But the size of the fish, you go out there, you get a couple, especially if you're like, say you're on your skiff, sport boat skiff, whatever. But you get two you get 2 around. Man, that's a lot
That's
of
nice.
That's a lot of bluefin, man. That's a
plenty.
lot of fish. Plenty.
With the size of fish we had this year, you get 2 or 3 guys together. Try keeping more than 2 around. Try putting them somewhere on a boat like ours.
That's exactly right. That's a good
work.
point. Yeah,
They're so big this year. You can't properly ice down 6 of those things. You couldn't do it.
Right, but that was the reason we're still fishing that bluefin right now is because in the negotiations rather than go for a set quota, we lowered the bag limit to 2 a day, and that's what's enabled us to keep fishing these things. It's been great. In the end, it's worked out to everybody's advantage. So
and it's good for the stock, good for everything.
Good for everything.
Yeah,
exactly.
For sure.
I mean, you look at the size of the pile relative to the number of anglers and boats out there, it's nothing. It doesn't even, it's a grain of sand on the beach.
You mentioned groceries. The amount of groceries or bait in the water is both inshore and offshore. It's unbelievable.
Tremendous feed.
Yeah.
Tremendous. You
just
go out there.
Talk about great stock.
Right? Just miles and miles of it. How about on the fathometer last year? You go through, you can't even believe that it's all feed. Then those small anchovies or small sardines and every other thing under the sun that they're eating. When we were out anchored on the 60, they had everything from, there's that beautiful squid out there. It was the full-on smorgasbord in their stomachs. So we're dressing them out. We cut them up in a look. Everything from crab to. It was the surf and turf. Man. They had red crab, they had squid, they had sardines, they had everything in there. So, and that's been the pattern again for the last 3-4 years. There's just been tremendous feed out there. So, I mean, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else if I was one of them.
Yeah, so that bodes well for whatever else might happen.
I think so.
Right?
Yeah, I really feel that based on what we're seeing, what we have seen the pattern right now, I feel that the bluefin are just about locked in. You can take that to the bank. Whether they're going to bite or not, they're
still bluefin.
Exactly, they're bluefin, so that's the big question. But there's so much of it around. I think we're going to continue to enjoy this pattern, and then, like you said, we'll see whatever fills in.
What about the A word, albacore?
Oh my gosh, that's just anybody's guess.
Could happen.
It could. I mean, do you figure if it's 10, 11, 12 years has been the cycle, we're edging up against that. We have this conversation every year. And we'll have it again when I'm back on the show in 3 months.
Right. Just forecast it until it happens, and then you're right.
Exactly. Just like the weatherman.
Yeah, exactly.
But, will they come back? Oh, yeah, for sure. When they come back, that's anybody's guess.
But in the meantime, plenty of
we'll struggle through the bluefin.
We'll just deal with these 50-pound bluefins.
Right, the yellowfin. We'll deal with that. The Dorado,
200 yellowtail half-day days and 50-pound local bluefins. I guess we got to suffer through that. We'll make it work.
200 yellowtail half in December. In January.
So let me ask you this, Tim. This day and a half that you're doing today, kind of just an odd trip. Are you going to do another one?
Well, I would say, if that bluefin thing happens, like if those guys get on them today, I'll throw another one on Wednesday through Friday this week. The weather's going to be beautiful. Heck yeah, we'll try to take full advantage of it. If those guys strike out there, if it's just marginal, we probably won't. We got some projects on the boat. We've got a 15-day leaving on Saturday next week, so we'll lay it in and prep for that voyage. But if it happens, we'll make it happen.
And you'll let us know tomorrow on the show?
You bet I will.
If it's going to happen?
You bet I will.
Okay, we'll throw it out there.
We're waiting for a call right now from Brian.
We're on him.
Let's hope that he's on him. Exactly.
Yeah, no doubt. Cool. We're really excited. Rick and I are excited about the Mazatlan trips.
Yeah.
As am I.
Yeah.
That's going to be tell us about that. That is a whole new arena for the Royal Star.
Which is exactly what we like to do. I mean, we've broken a lot of ground down there, running out of different places, including Panama in years past. So we have a lot of practice at this. Mazatlan, I mean, it's we all love the city. It's and the destination, the port. As far as a place to run out of, it's just epic. It has so much to offer, and it's, we've talked about it before. It's reasonably priced. I mean, it's just not just crazy as far as expenses go. The El Cid Resort and Marina, which is where we're going to run out of, is absolutely beautiful. Fantastic place to stay. We've already, the conversations that I've had with anglers who are booked on the trips, I would say probably a majority plan on spending extra time down there, a couple days before, a couple days after, a couple guys talking about bringing their wives down, having their wives stay there because it's a 4-day trip, having their wives stay while the boat goes out and fishes, come back. I mean, there's all kinds of different ideas, ways to expand upon the vacation. 4-day trips. We leave in the afternoon, late afternoon, depending on what the tide is. Go out.
Fly in the morning.
You
Non-stop flight out of Tijuana, also out of Mazatlan.
Right.
Or out of Los Angeles.
Right, out of L.A., fly in. And you should be able to, you could probably fly in and get there that day, depending on when your flight goes. I would recommend flying in a day before.
Totally.
That way you're there, you can relax, no stress. But anyway, leave that up to the anglers. And then, like I said, we take off, leave that afternoon. It's a 9-hour or 10-hour run at the most to the fishing grounds. You're fishing at daylight. You have 3 full days of fishing. Motor back get back in the morning of the 4th day, and away you go. Yeah. On these first rounds, we're going to run 2 trips, 2 4 days. We're going to carry our bait with us. We're going to carry the product back home, and again, just get our feet wet in the arena, see how feel it out, see how it all is. Ultimately, we'll see how it goes. I would love to set up shop down there and just leave the boat down there for a month at a time. Because I'm sure we can, we'll figure out between Geronimo down there and the other guys we know, the contacts, I'm sure we can get our fish processed down there. We can, that's the ultimate goal.
Yeah.
But again, we want to get our feet wet here this year, and we've scheduled a couple rounds of them for 2019. Also, our winter schedule just came out. There was a couple of labels that we got to flip around there. But anyway, we have more of those Mazatlan trips, and it's for targeting that big fish outside that area, drift fishing outside the Marias, down there by Cleophas, wherever we need to go. Our mobility that's our advantage. So wherever we need to go, but the fact that we can target that bigger fish, which wintertime, that's what we're all about. That's how we've built this fishery and what our field of expertise is. We can access that fish in a shorter period of time. I think we're really going to open the door for a lot more anglers to come down there and have a shot at a jumbo, at a trophy yellowfin tuna.
Yeah, it's not numbers. It's jumbos.
Exactly right. It's a trophy fishery. You go out there and you take your crack at it. If you get you got a crack at one, you get 2. Hey, man, you've had a successful trip, especially if it's a big one.
And you're only on the boat for 4 days.
That's the beauty.
Yeah.
Right.
And you're only running 100 miles.
Yep.
That's the other crazy
You're basically
thing.
spending all your time fishing. You're not spending your time traveling, which, there's obviously the fishery in the wintertime, the bank and on the outside around the islands in the past, there's travel time involved, but that's what made those fisheries what they are. That's why there's still the caliber of fishing out there that there is. I mean, there's no place in the world that has that kind of fishing to offer on a consistent basis. So, there's a place for that, and it's the big leagues, it's the show, the whole thing. But I think that getting in there along the coast, getting in there along the coast will again provide a lot more opportunity for anglers who just don't have the time.
Yeah.
And I hear that more than anything. At the shows, talking to guys on the boat and around the docks, whatever, I hear that more than anything. Anglers tell me it's not about the money, it's about the time, man.
Yeah.
I just don't have I don't have 12 days to take away. I don't have 10 days to take away. If I could do it in a shorter period of time, well, now you can.
Well, not only now you can do it at the caliber of Royal Star.
Exactly.
And that's the thing. I mean, the option of going down there on a shorter trip has existed before, but it hasn't existed at the level that you guys can offer it. The facility, the crew, the food. I mean, these are trips exactly like, are run the same way as if you were on a 15-day, that highest end personnel, but now you get I can't be gone away from work for 2 times, but I get that caliber of crew and boat and everything else to go do it on.
Exactly.
And the other cool thing is that the people of Mazatlan, Geronimo Saralvo, who runs the marina there at El Cid, all the guys at Mazatlan are welcoming you with open arms. They are so excited.
Oh, big time!
To have us down there.
Absolutely.
And operating out of Mazatlan. It's such a friendly city and actually the home port for Mexican fisheries.
That's right.
So it's a very important move for us to operate and show the support for the Mexican people too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The economy down there. That's what I'm telling everybody. Hey, every dollar that we can sink into the economy down there is just that much better for our future in fishing in Mexico. We need to do it. We all need to contribute.
Yeah, for sure. And the other thing too, I'll mention, we're doing a live broadcast. I think it's May 18th down there with Ken Franke and the Sport Fishing Association of California.
Exactly.
At the end of at the end of the second trip. The last trip comes in on Friday. The broadcast will be Saturday.
Exactly.
Both those trips, by the way, are sold out. There's a wait list, I'm sure, if you can get on. But if not, look forward to 2019.
Exactly.
Pending on that.
And I right now I hear that I'm probably going to hang out for an extra day and be on the show with you
show.
guys.
Oh,
on
awesome.
Saturday.
Excellent.
Yep.
Yeah, there
Cool.
might be a margarita going on Friday night because you guys are flying in early, right?
Yeah.
Celebrating the fantastic fishing and
There you go. Let's hope so.
First run out of
regardless, we're going to have a good time. We know that. You know, that's that. You know, again, you made the point. It's going down there in Royal Star style, and this is our field of expertise. This is what we do. So, I think we're going to bring our brand of fishing down there, and if the fish are there, we'll get ours.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Well, as you can hear, we have a great show lined up for today. So much to talk about on the Royal Star, too.
Royal Star, Fisherman's Processing, all the things going on down at the landing, the Liberty. Like, there is so much to cover. Such a perfect time to have Captain Tim Ekstrom in here. And it's a perfect time to talk to you. If you want to join us here on Let's Talk Hookup this morning, we want to hear from you. There's two ways that you can do that this morning. And first is with our local line. That's 858 area code 457 1090. Again, 858-457-1090. That's the local number. Or reach us toll-free. That toll-free line is 877-792-1090. One more time, 877-792-1090. Not only are we going to be taking your phone calls, talking all kinds of great fishing information today, we are also giving away such a killer prize. One lucky caller at the end of Let's Talk Hookup today is going to win a brand new pair of Maui Jim sunglasses. It's the World Cup. No question about it. The single most popular pair of glasses we sell at Fisherman's Landing are those Maui Jim World Cups. This one is that Marlin frame, which is that really cool kind of fade from brown to blue frame. It's got the neutral gray lens, the super thin glass, and those are courtesy of our great friends up at Maui Jim.
And they're so lightweight, too, and we're very happy. This will be our first pair of 2018 and many more to come for 2018. We want to thank Mike Battistoni and the great people at Maui Jim for once again supporting Let's Talk Hookup.
Yeah,
very excited to be a partner with them.
There is not a better pair of glasses that somebody's going to win at the end of the show today. Again, if you want to get your shot to get through, 858-457-1090 or 877-792-1090. And when we come back, we're going to be taking your phone calls. Lots of great info coming your way. You stay tuned. You're listening to Southern California's sport fishing voice. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090.
Buying a boat is a big decision, and you don't want to make a costly mistake with the wrong one. This is Pete Giacalone for Cussler Yachts. I've been in the fishing business my whole life. In fact, there are probably many of you out there that have fished with me. Well, now I've taken my boating knowledge and joined the team at Cussler Yachts. Mike Cussler and the rest of our team are true professionals when it comes to finding you the right boat. Just ask Pete Gray. I helped him make the right decision on his new boat after an extensive search, and we can help you find the boat of your dreams. We specialize in sport fishing boats and are the exclusive dealer for Regulator Marine, the finest center consoles on the market. At Cussler Yachts, we know fishing and we know boats, inside and out. We can save you thousands of dollars and get you into the right fishing boat for your needs and budget. Cussler Yachts is located on the waterfront at the beautiful Konakai Resort, and you can check us out on our website at CusslerYachts.com. That's KUSLER Yachts.com. Or give us a call at 1-866-607-5471. Ask for Pete and let me know you heard about it on Let's Talk Hookup.
The San Diego Sun Road Marina Boat Show returns to the Sun Road Resort Marina this Thursday through Sunday, January 25th through 28th. If you are a boater, don't miss this event. Check out the latest new sailboats and motor yachts at our in-water display, nautical services and products, trailerable fishing and ski boats, free boating seminars, boat rides for kids and adults, great food and more. Lots of fun for real boaters. The San Diego Sun Road Marina Boat Show. For information, go to BigBayBoatShow.com.
It's time to talk about great reels and rods from Shimano. And I'll tell you what, when we're talking big fish fishing on the Royal Star, Talica, the big Talicas, right, Tim?
Big Talicas. The 50 is so consistent. It's so big. I almost think that, it's like unless you're fishing for a 300-pounder, it's too good.
Yeah, I'm thinking, if the windlass ever breaks on the Royal Star, you can almost pull the anchor up.
Just
with
about.
It.
Yeah, or lift
powerful,
the skiff up top, put it on the boom.
The Blake on the top deck with it.
It's like a winch. And then you want a little smaller reel, but still tons of power. The Talica 25, Talica 20. What a great, especially when we're talking big bluefin.
The 20s and the 25s are absolutely lethal. That is hands down the best reel for that type of fishing that I have ever seen.
Yeah, you match that with the Therese rail rod. Unbelievable combo, power, and just ability to put a big fish on the boat.
And they're durable. They're durable, reliable. They just
require
keep
so
on
little
going.
maintenance.
Oh yeah,
great reels.
Talica-Terez combo from Shimano. Check it out at your local Shimano dealer.
It's time for Yamaha's The Key to Reliability sales event. For a limited time, purchase a new select-eligible 2.5 to 300 horsepower four-stroke outboard and have your choice of either 2 free years of Yamaha extended service coverage or up to $1,500 in dealer credit. Reliability starts here. Yamaha. Visit your local Yamaha Outboards dealer today. Offer ends March 31st, 2018. Subject to change at any time. Other restrictions and conditions apply. See authorized participating Yamaha outboard dealers for details. This promotion cannot be used with any other Yamaha offer.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090.
All right, you want to get through? There's only one line left. Here's your chance. 877-792-1090. You have a chance to win a pair of the ultimate sunglasses, the World Cup from Maui Jim. Talk to Captain Tim Ekstrom. Talk about fishing here. Going to be a great show, so get on the phone. Let's go ahead and jump in the phones.
You got it, man. Well, why don't we start it off this morning with Dan. Dan's calling us from Encinitas this morning. Dan, thanks for getting us started here on Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, morning, guys. Thanks for taking my call. Yeah, like you said, the other day I got my Fred Hall flyer in the mail, and I'm thinking, I got to check my calendar. The season hasn't even ended yet.
Coming, yeah.
Yeah,
And questions, a couple questions. Tim, I'm eyeballing a 5-day in July. And just want to know the gear, and are there Wahoo on that trip? And then the last question is there a schedule for the Ford remote shows yet? Thanks.
All right, good. Thanks a lot for the call this morning.
Okay, so as far as the 5-day in July and Wahoo, not very likely. Possible, yes. Likely, no. And then gear, I think exactly what we were just talking about. You know, your Talica 16, your Talica 20, or any comparable smaller or medium-sized 2-speed reel with your... You know, you can fish 40, 50 on the low end, all the way up to 80, 100-pound short top shots on the high end. I think that those would be the rigs that it'd be your go-to gear. You probably only need 3 or 4 rigs total for that trip. Maybe one bigger rig if you're going to be dropper looping on the bottom, either outside at Guadalupe or along the coast somewhere. And there you go. It's in July. I would expect to be spending at least half the trip or more offshore, targeting bluefin, targeting, again, dare we say, albacore, who knows? You got a lot of options at that time of year. So, again, though, I think the gear, you don't need to go overboard on that one. Probably 3-4 rigs and you'll be fine.
The one thing that seems different, but you never say never, you don't know, but, man, consistently last couple of years where in the past you didn't probably need to be all that prepared to be tackling 100-pound tuna on a 5-day trip. But boy, if the last 3 years have shown us anything, like you better be ready with a big heavy flat fall and a rig that can take a 100-pounder. Because consistently for the last 3 years we've been catching fish of that class on 5-day trips and larger.
Yep, exactly. I think that, and you made a great point about that flat fall. You talk about something indispensable now. Jeez. I mean, I would not go on a trip. Certainly in the summertime, I would not go on a trip without a pretty good arsenal of those. Yeah, I mean.
They catch everything.
Yeah, I was going to say I shouldn't limit it to summertime, but that offshore fishing is when we have the most success. But you're right, it doesn't matter. I mean, you better have at least 3, 4 of those in your box, lest you lose 1 or 2, because they are that is the most effective lure I have ever seen.
Crazy.
They're unbelievable.
And catches everything that we do from spots of fish that are up jumping around on the surface where you can cast it into them to in the dark, dropping a lure and consistently catching 100-pound tunas. It's awesome.
Right. And if there's bottom underneath you, you'll catch whatever's on the bottom, too.
Yeah.
If you drop it too far, it doesn't matter.
You catch everything.
Everything eats them.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, Dan, and as far as our Ford remotes, we haven't formulated the plan yet, but we are, of course, on board with Ford again for 2018. And the likely scenario for this year for our Ford, San Diego County Ford dealer live remotes will be May at Encinitas Ford, July 4th weekend at Mossy Ford in San Diego, sometime in early August at North County Ford in Vista, and then, of course, always the wrap-up at El Cajon Ford on Labor Day weekend. So those will be happening. We'll have some great prizes and, of course, big grand prize, too. So stay tuned for that, and we'll announce that probably in the next month or so.
Exciting.
All right. Thanks a lot for the call this morning.
Gary in Del Mar Shores is up next on Let's Talk Hookup. Gary, thanks for joining us.
Hey, how you guys doing?
What's up, Gary?
Good morning.
All right, good morning. Hey, I'm just curious, when did you start fishing the Mazatlan area?
When did you start fishing Mazatlan?
When? We haven't fished out of there yet, but we're going to start in May, but go ahead.
No, I'm saying like how many years ago? Like, what was your first experiences down in Mazatlan?
Well, once again, I think that our fishing that we're going to do out of there is going to focus more to the south of there around, say, I'm just going to throw something out there in the area outside of the Tres Marias Islands, Cleophas Bank, and God, we were down there in the late 90s. El Banco, Corbetania. There's lots of offshore area. So the late 90s is when even earlier than that, like the mid 90s, we fished out there. It's just offshore fishing. It's finding birds, finding schools of tuna, any kind, jumpers, whatever, any kind of sign of fish that you find offshore. So a long, long time ago. How about that? 30 years,
and then
25 years?
I'll kind of give you a scenario, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, is that we've done a few live radio broadcasts with the Sport Fishing Association of California down at the El Cid with Geronimo Saralvo and the gang down there in Mazatlan. And they said, what about running a trip out of here? And that kind of seeded the whole thing, right?
Exactly. That spawned the idea. And then, of course, my friend Pete here, let's talk hookup, gave me a little extra nudge, and away we went.
Yeah, so that was the whole seed, is when we started working with the Sport Fishing Association, the people down there, and they said, please come, we'd love to have you.
Everything just made sense. It's a very easy destination to travel to. There's really, really good and accommodating infrastructure. It's closer to some of the more popular zones to fish down there. It was one of those things where the stars just all started aligning, and it just made the most sense to take advantage of this. Like Tim said, the coolest part about it is the blending the two vacations, whether it's with your wife or girlfriend, significant person that you want to have come with you, or just you go down there for a couple of days and you stay on the beach and you get a killer massage and fantastic food, and it's inexpensive. Just everything about it makes sense for a cool destination to travel to, and it's closer to big fish fishing.
Yep, and so it's kind of like the same scenario as Puerto Vallarta, basically. It's kind of that scenario, but way less expensive, and in my opinion, way more charming a place to go than Puerto Vallarta. I mean, I like Puerto Vallarta, but Mazatlan's better in my opinion.
It's just and it's different.
It's just different.
And for myself in particular, I love the infrastructure part. It's a fishing city. It's a fishing port. It just falls right in line with what we do. So, when you go in there and know the history and realize how important that fishing and fisheries are to that part of Mexico, it just falls right into place.
Cool spot.
Peas and carrots.
You bet. Thanks a lot for the call this morning.
All right, with that, it's time to find out what's going on in the Baja. It's time for the Catchport with the man, the Cast Man, Richard Castaneda from Cast Tours. Today, Catchport sponsored by Fisherman's Processing in San Diego. Fisherman's Processing is San Diego's finest, and that's why they're known as the Fish Pros, because once you try them, you're hooked. They'll fillet and vacuum pack your fish to your specs, as well as offer you the very best in smoked fish, jerky, and their famous tuna burger. Check fishermansprocessing.com for more details, or you can see them when your trip returns to the San Diego landings.
All right, Castman, Richard Castaneda from Cast Tours. Buenos dias, Castman.
Hey, Pedro, Ricky, Tim.
What's up, Cass?
Morning.
Hey, did I hear the two M's mentioned a little while ago, something about margaritas in May in Mazatlan?
That's it, man.
Yeah,
triple threat.
All right. Sounds good, man. I may have to come down, Pete, just for the show and do a live report.
You should. That would be good.
Hey, Pete, did you hear that Larry Edwards retired?
No, I didn't. What a legend.
Yeah, I know it. I was surprised because, he sends me the Mazatlan, the Cabo, Zihuatanejo, and the Cancun reports. And I called Larry because I was missing the report. Larry, what's going on? He says, well, I decided to hang it up and retire, and that's what he's doing. So he's turned over his business to an old client of his, and so I didn't get any reports from him, but I was able to get some reports from some other people also. So that worked out good. But he's been with me since I started the business, and that's been close to almost 30 years.
Yeah,
and,
Larry Edwards is probably one of the major legends in Mexico, Baja and mainland Mexico sport fishing. When we first started Let's Talk Hookup 26 and a half years ago, he was the first guy with Cast to provide us all reports, right?
Yeah. Like I said, he's been around for a long time. But anyway, I did get some reports in from Eric Brixton there at San Jose del Cabo, and he's reporting some pretty good big tuna fishing at the Gordo Banks, both the inner and the outer. Guys going out there and drifting chunks of squid and sardinas. are getting them some nice fish, but they're having to drop down to about 50, 60-pound leader, and, of course, they're not landing a lot of fish, but they're getting a lot of hookups. But there's been some nice fish caught there, up to 200, 250 pounds, and a lot in that 50 to 100-pound range. Wahoo bites, still catching a few wahoo up in the Sea of Cortez there around San Luis and Santa Maria there. There's also the still smaller great tuna there, the 15 to 20, 25-pound fish, and a few scattered dorado in the mix. And, of course, this time of year, there's striped marlin out there if guys want to chase those. Mazatlan there, it's a mixture of stripers and sails. Not quite a one per boat per day average on those, and a few scattered tuna in the mix. Right now, the hot spot is, of course, Ixtapas y Zihuatanejo, great winter destination. Doing very well on the sailfish out there. They're reporting anywhere from 3 to 4 releases per day there, and a few blue marlin mixed in the mix there also. Also from there, they were reporting some good dorado, nice dorado. The hens are running about 25 and 30. The males are running between 45 and 55 pounds, so some good offshore action there, mixed in with some smaller grade tuna there. A few schools located between 5 and 20 miles out. And those fish are, like I say, between 15 and 20 pounds. Inshore, kind of dropped down on the inshore fishery there along the beaches there for the roosters and the jacks. But otherwise, some great fishing going on in Zihuatanejo. Anyway, that's a report for this week, Pete. And we did fill that spot we had open up for our Pesca Panama trip. Bill Sullins gave me a call first thing or after the show, and we got him hooked up, and he's ready to rock and roll and pretty excited about the trip.
Very good, Castman. It's going to be good times. And, of course, we have our El Salto trip coming up. Looking forward to it. I got all the secret stuff from Ricky and from Dart and Brandon, and I'm not sharing with you, Cass. I'm sorry.
Pedro. Okay, man. I was going to bring you a bottle of Florida Cana, but...
All right, I'll share with you then. If that's the case, I'll share with you. All right, Cass, how do we find you if we want to go fishing?
Hey, give us a call at 800-593-6510 or on the web at www.casttours.com, and we'll talk to you guys next Saturday.
See you, Cass, man. Good luck and have a great trip, and we appreciate a great report. Again, that's going to wrap up our Cass report today, and it's time for the Ultimate Bay Bass Seminar and Sale. It's at Dana Landing on Mission Bay, Sunday, February 18th. It's bigger and better than ever. There's going to be a live Let's Talk Hookup broadcast at 7, followed by the ultimate panel discussion with Benny Florentino, Afra Nabutin from Warbaits, Corey Sandin from MC Swim Baits, and Matt Moyer. Traeger Grills is going to be serving up lunch, and Ballast Point Brewing is going to be having a beer tasting. Plus, almost everything will be on sale at Dana Landing. It's a one-day-only event. Again, Sunday, February 18th, and only at Dana Landing. It's right across from SeaWorld, next to the Dana Lawn Tramp in Mission Bay. Check DanaLanding.com for more details.
All right.
Hey, when we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way. More of your phone calls, more great information. You stay tuned. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090.
This is Captain Art Taylor of Searcher Sport Fishing. Come join our season crew led by Captain Aaron, Remy, and me on a fishing adventure to remember. Our 2018 schedule is available now with multi-day trips to fit your budget. The Searcher has remodeled cabins, an RSW system to preserve your catch, and great meals prepared by our chefs. Don't wait. Book your adventure online now at SearcherSportFishing.com or call Celia at 619-226-2403. That's 619-226-2403. Visit SearcherSportFishing.com.
When you put on a pair of Maui Jim sunglasses, the world begins to look different. Colors are more vivid. Contrast is clearer. Details are crisper. Wherever your vision leads you, beauty follows. With polarized lenses that eliminate glare and enhance color, Maui Jim sunglasses won't change the world. They'll change the way you see it. Color, clarity, detail. Maui Jim.
Here's John Ireland for Rancho Leonero.
You know, the ranch is unique. It's one of the few places in the world where you can still drive ATVs up the beach. We have fishing from the beach. We have dive trips that we run to Pomo in a number of different spots. Kayaking, of course, has been real big. We were one of the first hotels to introduce kayaking. The ranch is small, it's intimate. It's 34 rooms, so everyone gets to know everyone. The old saying, where everyone knows your name. Well, truly at Rancho Leonero, the employees do know pretty darn near all our guests' names. And what's even more interesting is most of the guests know each other's names. Very personal, very intimate, and a special environment. 2 miles of beachfront, a mile on either side of the hotel. Rancho Leonero is really the last of the old-style Baja fishing resorts. 1-800-646-2252. 1-800-646-BAJA. And RanchoLeonero.com. I'll personally guarantee your best fishing experience and vacation at Rancho Leonero.
Great boats, free parking, and a fully stocked tackle shop. Just a few of the reasons Seaforth Sport Fishing is a favorite among anglers. Come aboard top charter boats like the Aztec, Cortez, Endeavor, Eclipse, Apollo, Outer Limits, Pacific Star, El Gato Dos, Alexis, Pride, Privateer, Tribute, Pacific Voyager, and the Voyager. Plus, the new Seaforth Sea Watch in San Diego offer the finest half, 3/4, and full-day trips available. Check out the full-service tackle store at Seaforth Sport Fishing. And it's all run by fishermen for fishermen. 1717 Quivira Road, just off Mission Bay Drive in Mission Bay. Book online at seaforthlanding.com. When bad weather and rough seas send other boats back to the dock, Seakeeper allows you to fish longer and fish harder, even in the roughest conditions. Don't believe it? Just ask those that have put them on their boat, like Captain Pete Grosbeck and other professionals. Fishing in the trough with Seakeeper basically eliminates the trough. Seakeeper's newest offering, the Seakeeper 3, is optimized to eliminate up to 95% of boat roll on boats between 30 and 39 feet. Even better, this gyro is so small it can fit inside a customized leaning post and operate on your current battery system, making installation fast and easy. Watch for new product coming soon. The Seakeeper for boats. Think about it. Eliminate up to 95% of boat roll on your boat. That is amazing. To learn more about how Seakeeper can change your life on the water and to schedule your free demo, go to seakeeper.com. Take a ride, be amazed. Seakeeper.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090.
All right, one line open. You want to get your chance. Here it is, 858-457-1090. Open right now. You get a chance to talk to Captain Tim Ekstrom from the Royal Star. Chance to win a pair of Maui Jim sunglasses. There it is.
You got it, bro. 858-457-1090. That's your shot. Let's jump in. Talk to Brian, calling from Dana Point. What's up, Brian? Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Good morning, Brian.
Guys, hey, I had a question for Tim. My longest trip I've been on has been a 5-day. I'm wanting to step it up to an 8-day.
Okay.
Just kind of, if in his opinion, when would be the best time to book it, and does he have a special trip? I'm not a newcomer, but I would be a newcomer to an 8-day. That's about it.
Barking Spider 8-day in the beginning of July. Love those guys. Love that trip, and it's the perfect time of year to introduce you to an 8-day. Pretty much every option under the sun is available to you at that time of year, and it's also set up to take advantage of the fishing coming and going. You're basically fishing every day that trip. It's been incredibly successful for so many years I don't even remember now, and again, you may get down as far as the Laos Rocks, the Ridge, fish the beach on the way up. If that bluefin is offshore, you'll hit them on the way down, maybe hit them on the way back up. It's just a really well-rounded trip and a great time of year to get your feet wet on that longer trip. You're going to spend a hell of a lot more time fishing than you are traveling, again, because of that time of year. You're fishing coming and going. If I just had one to pick off the top of my head, that would be it.
8 days is such a cool trip, too, because it's long enough that you can definitely see some different destinations. Like, not that there's anything, any trip that's longer than shorter, you're going to get more fishing time, period. But like a 5-day to a 6-day is the same trip with just more fishing time. But an 8-day, you're extending your legs. You're going to get to see some different types of fishing, some different areas.
Exactly.
And you said something real important, a great group of guys. That's one thing about the Royal Star. You have great groups that are there year after year, and they welcome newcomers.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's not like, an exclusive thing where you show up and you're an outcast at all. Not in any way, shape, or form. Generally those trips that are on our schedule, the charters, that's the core group, the foundation. There may be anywhere from 10, 15, 20 anglers that get together, and they have a history because they've fished together for so long, but they're more than welcome to anyone that joins the trip. And as a matter of fact, they're incredibly enthusiastic about sharing their their passion for the fishing and our fishery. I mean, you guys have seen it plenty of times before. It doesn't matter what trip you go on. You're part of the effort. You know, from the time you set foot on the boat till the time we tie her up on the back end.
I'll tell you, it's not just from when you step on the boat. It's even before that. You guys create such that good family, happy atmosphere, and it's well beforehand with Tracy dealing with all the office stuff up front. So easy to deal with. And then when you are on the boat, the crew and culinary staff that you have on the boat, like every little bit of it is it's just perfect. I mean, it's really, really good atmosphere to get to vacation and fish with.
You bet. Hey, thanks a lot for the call this morning. Appreciate that. That does free up 877-792-1090.
All right. How about next up we talk to John. John's calling us from Los Alamitos this morning. Hi, John. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Morning, guys. My question is for Tim. Do you think there's going to be albacore this year?
Oh my gosh! I don't know if you heard earlier. We were all rolling the dice on that question just a little while ago. I'm going to give you the sly, political answer. I don't know. Maybe, yes, sometimes no, maybe. It's up in the air. I mean, we're getting to the point in the cycle where, this will be year 8 or year 9 without any albacore to speak of, maybe a little longer on the local scene.
Right.
So, I mean, timing would suggest that we're getting closer, this year, maybe next year. The longer it goes, the more likely it is they're going to show up again. So let's say we're getting closer.
And what do you think, John, while we're guessing, crystal ball?
Well, I think we got a great fishery with these bluefin being here.
Amen.
Albacore. It would be awesome to see some albacore in with those bluefin.
Yeah. Well, you can rest assured it will happen. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Yeah.
But, meanwhile, we'll struggle through fishing for these bluefin and yellowtail and yellowfin when they show up in Dorado and everything else. And we'll keep those albacore on the back burner until they decide to show their fins, and we'll exact some justice when they do.
Indeed.
This last year's fishing season was so fun in just the options that it gave. I'll tell you what, it was just very fun getting to be in the tackle store and watching it, let alone participating. When guys would come in and say, I'm going out tonight, what do I need? And you would literally have to send them back down to the boat to say, well, you need to talk to the guys to find out if you're going to go chase 80 to 200 pounders, or if you're going to go fish those 40 to 60 pounders, or you're going to go down the beach and catch, limits of yellowtail and limits of yellowfin. I mean, there were so many options that, the boats were literally picking and choosing what they chose to do based on the group and what their guys wanted to do and what kind of opportunity they wanted to put forth. I mean, there was a lot of options at play this year.
Yeah, and there was even some, and this is actually 2 years running now, there's some specialization going on in the fleet itself, you know what I mean? Like, this boat's, they're the big bluefin guys, that's what they go out and target every day. If you want to shot the big ones, those are the guys to go with. If you'd prefer to go down and fish the yellowfin, whatever. I mean, it's cool. Backing up what you said, it's cool to see just to have those kind of options.
Have an option, yeah, for sure. Hey, thanks a lot for the phone call this morning. Appreciate that. Have you subscribed to our newsletter? Did you see this week's newsletter that Bill Varney did? Fantastic. It all started with Bob Blum and wrote the Banana Jinx story. All right. So, you believe in bananas on the boat? Or you have bananas on the Royal Star?
Every trip.
Every trip.
You
and you
bet.
still catch fish?
Every trip.
Okay. I don't allow them on field research. They're not allowed on field research. And the other guys that don't allow them are the team No Bananas.
That's true.
So I followed up with Carlos and his gang writing another story from it. So part 1 was this week's email blast. You can subscribe to our email at letstalkhookup.com. You're just on the front page. You just click on that. Gives you the update of what's going on with the show this week, next week, and then also a little story. This week was the Bob Blum Banana Jinx. 2 weeks will be part 2 with the Team No Bananas take on the Banana Jinx. So if you want to check it out, you got to be on our newsletter list, letstalkhookup.com. Just click on the subscribe, enter your email. We don't spam. We don't sell it. We just send it to you once every other week, and that's it.
We didn't get it done this year, but I assure you, if they give us the opportunity again, Neil and I on our Parker will catch a bluefin skipping a banana from the kite. I have
skipping a banana.
No doubt in the world that they would eat it. There's just no question in my mind, and we kept talking about it and never did it. But next year, if those bluefin bite the yummy flyer again, we will catch one.
I want to see that.
I will assure you, I will make it happen.
The rigged banana.
Yeah, no doubt.
That will eliminate all question.
There's just no question that it would work. There's just it would have to.
All right, very good. Well, Sean has done some amazing stuff at Fisherman's Processing, and he's done it again. We talked about it last week, and now he has Fish Pros. Why don't you tell us about it, Tim?
Well, we're really excited about it. We've actually, over the years, we've received so many questions and inquiries about where somebody can buy the smoked fish, where they can buy the jerky, because it's just such an incredible product. That jerky, I can't say enough about it. The smoked fish speaks for itself, but it's an incredible product, and we finally, Sean has taken upon himself to launch another business there out of the same building, Fish Pros the Market, and we're selling that our smoked product, we're selling our jerky product, making very clear it's not the sport caught fish. We actually are buying fish from commercial outfits up there in Los Angeles, where we take it down and the guys prepare it with our formula, preparing the jerky, preparing the smoked product to be able to...
And tuna burgers.
And tuna burgers now also, and anglers are able to, our customers are able to purchase that product right out of Fisherman's Processing there. They can purchase it online. He's going to be launching that product at various farmers markets around town. It's already taken off. We've had a bunch of sales out of the building there, and we're fired up on it. We've got plans to expand into also offering some locally caught product right there out of Fisherman's Processing, forging some relationships with local guys of which we've known everybody for many years. So it'll be a real specialty thing, whatever's available at the time. But
that's cool.
We've got some ideas to expand now that we can retail out of that location. We never could before; it wasn't zoned for it.
Gotcha.
But now that it's zoned for retail, we're going to try to take advantage of it, and again, launch a new business and keep the boys busy in the wintertime and offer the public that incredible product. I mean,
unbelievable product.
Where can you find? You can look it up online, whatever. I think there's a few different places where there's tuna jerky, but nothing that compares.
No, nothing
that compares to that product that those guys make. It is.
And the smoke, too.
Yeah.
And the tuna burgers.
Yeah, exactly.
And the tuna burgers are an exclusive.
They are.
They have patent on them.
We hear about it all the time. Guy will, I got 1 40-pounder that I got turned into jerky, and you go through, only a quarter of your football season, and next thing you know, your jerky's gone. Well, here's an opportunity when you didn't get enough done after your last trip, you get to, Super Bowl Sunday, you get to be the hero and crack open a bag of, smoked tuna from Fisherman's Processing and thing of jerky. I mean, you get to supplement what you didn't do enough of during the season.
That's right. And a lot of anglers that they come off their trip and they share some of the, they share it with their friends, They share it with family, and the family's like, oh my gosh, it's incredible. Where can I get more? And you got to go on a trip and go catch fish and bring it in. Well, now you can actually buy some of that product through the online or through the facility itself, whatever. It's available now. It's available to the public. It's long line caught fish that we're getting again from an outfit up in L.A. and obviously we keep it all separate, and there's no question about where the fish is coming from. It's all sourced and legit.
Yep.
And I'm stoked. I'm really fired up to be able to finally offer this product on a larger scale.
Yeah. Fishermansprocessing.com on the web, or just buy it right. They're open usually 8 to 3 Monday or Monday.
Yeah, I think it depends. It's seasonal. Wintertime.
First.
Yeah, wintertime. That's usually like 10 to 2 or it depends on if there's boats in. There's a few different things with the hours in the wintertime. Summertime and they're open pretty much all the time.
Not closed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But right down there in
Liberty,
Liberty,
look for them at the different markets.
At the farmers markets in town, and right down there at Liberty Station, there's so much activity. It's growing so much down there, and there's the market that's adjacent to building right there. So there's a lot of potential there.
But if you live in L.A., Santa Barbara, we have a lot of listeners up above that and outside listening to us on our app or on the web. You can order it online.
Exactly.
And then they'll ship it to you.
Right, exactly. So cool. Or just give them a call. He'll go for it that way.
Give them a call.
Yep.
Yeah. Give them the credit card, tell them how much you want, and
there it is.
It's on its way. Let's go ahead and jump back on the phone.
You got it, man. How about this time we talked to Charlie? He's calling us from Granada this morning. Hey, Charlie, or Gardena this morning, excuse me. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup, Charlie.
Hey, good morning, everyone.
Morning.
What's up, Charlie?
Hey, got a question for Captain Tim. I was wondering if you could touch more on that. The Mazatlan trip, what happens to your gear, how you get it down there, and then what about your catch?
Okay, catch is going to come back on the boat with us. We'll return 2 4-day trips, the same as a long trip out of San Diego. So we'll keep it all stored, RSW, beautiful, fresh condition, return with a catch. As far as your gear goes, we do have a number of sets of gear. You can use our gear on the boat if you want to save yourself the hassle of bringing it up and down, or just bring your own gear. And you don't really need all that much tackle for a trip like that. Remember, you're only fishing for 3 days, and it's real specific. You're targeting tuna offshore, so you really only need, a couple rigs, 3 rigs. I mean, if you want to go crazy, you can bring more, but you don't really need it. You want a rig that you can fish the flat fall jig with, fish and live bait. You don't need a lot of terminal tackle, so if you want to pack a few rods in a rod tube and a couple reels in a bag, you can go about it that way as well.
Could we let the rods ride back on the boat?
Yeah, you actually can. Yeah, you
great.
can.
That's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what happens to the processing of the fish? That just returns with you, and then you make your choice of who you want to cut it?
Exactly. The fish will come back, and obviously we recommend Fisherman's Processing, but if you want to use 5-Star, one of the other processors, you're more than welcome to do so. It's your product to do with what you wish.
So basically, it's a 2 4-day trip, so it's like an 8-day trip, and then you have 3 days home?
Exactly.
Yeah.
4 days home.
4 days home.
One Wells for trip 1 and 1 Wells for trip 2, and
exactly.
that's
we have more than enough capacity on the boat. We'll just use a different color tag for each trip.
I think it's awesome.
Logistically, it's very simple. There's no brain surgery in it. And again, that RSW fish, industry standard is 2 weeks or less. So, and we've had RSW product from those Clipperton trips on the boat for 12, 13 days numerous times. And it's absolutely beautiful. You can't tell the difference between a fish that was caught 10 days or 2 days ago. It's exactly the same when they lay it out and cut it.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, thanks a lot for the call this morning, Charlie. Appreciate that.
All right. Hey, when we come back, we got another full hour. Let's Talk Hookup coming your way, and we're going to check in with the catch report. We got a lot to talk about. You stay tuned. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090.
If you've been searching for that perfect inshore and offshore boat, Defiance is the one. Go far and stay dry is the Defiance slogan. And that is exactly what you get in these overbuilt trailerable offshore boats. Inland Boat Center has the Defiance you are looking for in stock, ready to fish. A huge 2.5-acre indoor showroom and over 300 new and pre-owned boats for everyone. Family owned and operated. Their customer service is the finest available. They take trades of all types and offer amazing financing deals. Check out Inland Boat Center's inventory of Defiance Pilot House boats online, including the Admiral 22 and the San Juan 25. Solid construction with no wood to ever rot. Defiance boats are built to last. It is the peak of the season, and the Defiance boat deals have never been better. Along with great financing, you could be fishing next week in your new boat for much less than you ever thought possible. Inland Boat Center, 680 Jacinto in Paris. Check the website for the current inventory and more at inlandboatcenter.com. You've heard all about it. You know the angler's catching fish habit, so what's holding you back? It's a fact. FishDope.com really does help you catch more fish and burn less fuel. FishDope.com is the only fish finding service with a spotter plane along with a crew of top anglers on the water almost every day that report actual locations and catches. You can get daily catch reports from Point Conception to San Martin Island, 365 days a year. FishDope.com is for everyone, whether you have your own boat, fish on your friend's boat, or a sport boat. FishDope.com has online planning tools, moon phase, tides, hot bite icons, and more. So bottom line is, if you don't have FishDope.com, well, you're probably missing a lot of bites. Membership costs less than $50 of gas, and that's for the entire year. That's right, 1 year. What a bargain. Plus, use the special code to save $20 on a new FishDope.com membership. Check it out today. FishDope.com. Catch more fish, burn less fuel.
For local and long-range fishing, the Islander out of Fisherman's Landing is a favorite among seasoned or novice anglers. But Islander Charters is much more than great fishing. They also do incredible Guadalupe white shark diving trips as well as a schedule of kayak mothership trips. You need to check out the Islander on their website, islander-charters.com. The Islander is San Diego's leader when it comes to 2 to 5 day fishing. Watch the website for trips and adventures available. Experience the Islander difference. Visit islander-charters.com for all the details.
XEPRS 1090 AM, Rosarito, Baja California.
San Diego's sports leader.
The home of ESPN Radio. The mighty 1090.
Good fishing clothing is an important part of your tackle. Hi, this is Doug Kern from Fisherman's Landing Tackle. AFTCO clothing is built just for anglers, and we have all the 2018 styles. AFTCO was the originator of the plier pocket on their shorts, and the Stealth Fishing Short is the latest innovation from AFTCO. Stay warm and dry with the Horizon waterproof fleece, and the best t-shirts, wovens, and performance shirts are built by AFTCO. We have a great selection of AFTCO clothing, so visit us at Fisherman's Landing Tackle at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego, or on the web at saltwatertackle.com. Fisherman's Landing is the top choice in local and long-range fishing. Our hard-working crew is always looking for ways to improve your fishing experience. We offer the finest open party trips, the best charter boats available, and of course, our world-renowned long-range fleet. Fisherman's Landing is now a full-service sport fishing operation, offering great half-day and now three-quarter-day open party trips. Book online at fishermanslanding.com. I'll see you at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego.
Many years ago, Baja pioneer Bob Van Wormer found the area he called the Great Fish Trap in the East Cape of southern Baja and built what is now regarded as the premier East Cape resorts of Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol. Today, following in their father's footsteps, Bob's sons, Bobby, Chucky, and Eddie, have taken Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol to new levels. With the largest sport fishing fleet in Mexico, a luxurious spa, and top-of-the-line resort amenities, Van Wormer Resorts have become a destination for travelers worldwide. But for us, Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol are just a short 2-hour flight away. No other tropical fishing destination offers the experience and value that you'll find at Palmas de Cortez and Playa del Sol. Now you can plan your Baja fishing vacation quick and easy by visiting VanWormerResorts.com. And when you're ready to book, it's quick and easy. Or simply call 877-777-TUNA for more information. Van Wormer Resorts, the East Cape's finest.
Who's going to be more successful? The guy with a state-of-the-art fish finder and the latest sonar technology? Or the guy who wastes time looking for fish the old-fashioned way? Smart fishermen know how to embrace technology. And no one understands technology better than your San Diego County Ford dealer. The new F-150 is the only truck available with Pro Trailer Backup Assist. The most advanced, most efficient way to back a trailer ever. It's just one of many high-tech features you won't find on any other truck. Ford is also the only brand available with EcoBoost, a twin turbocharged engine that offers impressive fuel economy without sacrificing power. In other words, Ford trucks just flat out work smarter. So whether you're on the road or on the water, don't let technology pass you by. Come in now and get a clearance price on a new high-tech 2017 F-Series pickup. Visit your nearest San Diego County Ford dealer today. Ford, that's California smart. Learn more at buyfordnow.com.